Hello guys and welcome back to the channel and to a review of number 11 of my 12 movies over 12 months recommended by 12 friends. To tell you, I have one left which is called Houseboat Horror, which was recommended to me by Adam, which he has even said is awful. I have read that it is the worst Australian horror movie ever made. I cannot get this movie anywhere to watch. I have looked for it. I am not paying for it because it's supposed to be absolutely terrible. It's not on YouTube. It's not on any of the streaming services that I own. It's quite expensive to buy. So we're on hold. We're on hiatus until I can find Houseboat Horror. So with that in mind, I'm going to open up again it was fun the first time for you to recommend 12 more movies to me that I haven't seen before. It's always interesting and see if all of you recommend something bad on purpose. No, I don't mind a couple, but not loads. Yep, so today we're here to talk about 11 of that 12, which is Double Dragon. 1994, I believe. That's not on my screen. I think it was 94. It was recommended by Norinrad for me. Robert, I'm thinking you haven't recommended this because you don't like it, have you? I'm not sure. Robert is considerably younger than me, so I'm thinking he was much more the target demographic for this movie when it came out. So Double Dragon is a movie adaptation of a video game that I played a lot as a kid. I discovered this video game on holidays with my family in an arcade. There was this one and there was Super Mario, and I spent so much time in that arcade playing these two games. Double Dragon was my favourite. I absolutely loved it. I went the whole way through it. I was pretty good at it. So when someone recommended the movie of that game, I thought, oh, there's a blast from the past. This will be interesting. Little did I know. So this movie is quite possibly one of the worst video game adaptations I have ever seen. There is nothing in this movie from the game. We have a couple of character names, fair enough, but there's very little fighting in this movie. The whole game was basically these two brothers kicking everybody's ass. That was it. But in this, the brothers spend more time running away from people. There's a bit of fighting at the end. One of the two brothers is martially art trained. The other guy very clearly has never done martial arts, knows nothing about martial arts. As a matter of fact, there is only one person in the entire movie that has any martial arts training, which is one of the two brothers, or the actor that plays one of the two brothers. The bad guys are laughable. The costume is amongst the stupidest you've ever seen. The backdrops just look cheap. I'll tell you what it looked like. It looked like if somebody did a movie of Power Rangers, but back when Power Rangers were naff, before the budget was put into it. I can see this was probably aimed at kids. Probably under 13s back in the day when it came out. So I can understand if Robert was that kind of age when that came out. This one will have a lot of nostalgia for people of a certain age that saw it back in the day. But for someone of my age watching this movie 30 years after it was made, oh Jesus wept, it was awful. It was awful. The acting was bad, the costume was bad, the set design was bad, the choreography was bad, everything was bad, the script was bad. Right, the two women in this, one of them was working on General Hospital at the time and one was working on Who's the Boss. And in a fight scene, one says to the other, "Who's the boss now?" And the other replies, "Well, I generally put people in the hospital." That's what we're talking, guys. It was painful. It was painful. I'm going to be fully transparent. I didn't finish it. I did finish it. I fast forwarded through a lot of it because it was killing me. The creature design in this is a creature it doesn't look like that in the game. It looks like a pair of giant walking testicles. That's what it looks like. It's like, who the hell decided that? The hairstyles, the makeup, the suits, the shoulder pads. I've no positivity to give you about this film. It was fucking abysmal. The script, the storyline, there was nothing from the game in this movie. It was just awful. So yeah, I'm sorry Robert, but it was not my cup of tea at all. I think it's one of those things that needed to be seen at a certain time when you were a certain age, and it just did nothing whatsoever for me. I think I gave it half or 1 star out of 5 on Letterboxd. So yeah, big thumbs down for me for Double Dragon. As I say, Houseboat Horror is my only one left. If you know where I can watch it for free, let me know. Yeah, and I'm opening for people to recommend a new one for me. If I've seen it, I will let you know I've seen it. I will put it on my community tab, and I'll pop it on Facebook as well and see if we can get it. Now, I already have two, because there were two people that gave me suggestions when I last asked. So I have two suggestions. I kept those and thought, right, I will use those when I go back to do 12 more. So let me know when you see that opening up on the community tab or on my Facebook. If you're on there, give me some suggestions. Feel free to write them here in the comments. I will get to them, I promise, guys. Eventually I'll get there. And we'll start another 12, and we'll try to do them a little bit more quickly than we did the first set. It just depends how long it takes me to find it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry it wasn't a positive review. Over and out from Lisa Lives.